Hey guys, what's good with you? So I already know that Chrisean Rock got locked up. I've known that hours ago, and I'm not surprised. Let me read these messages. I hear he's not getting out because of Las Vegas. Chrisean Rock, she got arrested at court. Blueface had court today. Blue's dad had the baby. I want to tell you this, and I want to say it at the beginning of this live that was a setup. It wasn't a setup that she got arrested like somebody set some uh made up warrants on her, but that was a setup. It was a setup because let me tell you one thing. It was either a setup by whatever courts want her, whether it's California courts, Oklahoma court. It was a setup. You know why? Because Chrisean was playing in them courts' faces. How are you going to your baby's father court date, but you're not making it to your own court dates? You don't think that it gets back to the courts that she's being citing at Blueface, a high profile rapper, or was a rapper. Um, but how do you go to your baby's father's court date, but you're not let me read these. Hold on. Says Vegas has his next court date for January 2025, so he will be sitting until then. Wow. Well, let me just say this. How do you go to your baby's father court date, but you got warrants in multiple states, but you ain't going to yours? You don't think that that's getting back to the courts? That you have obligations you need to meet, but you're going to Blueface's court date? So now you're locked up and he's locked up. Only one seems to be having some sense these days is Jaidyn. Now you're locked up and he's locked up. Now, allegedly, Blueface was supposed to be getting out on July 3rd. Now, it is not allegedly that Chrisean Rock is arrested, because if you look at this document right here, it says in custody. And I'm gonna zoom it in some so you can see it. Custody status, June 10th, 2024 at 2:16 Pacific time. Custody status, in custody. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. She's in custody. Here's her name, here's her age. She's in custody. And you know what's so sad? Yes, I know it exactly. That's the only one I am praying for. You know what's so sad? Just like Nature Boy, he's in jail for life. Now, the main reason why he's in jail for life is because of prejudices. People are human first. Judges, lawyers, DAs. So a lot of times when people get indicted, or in like Chrisean's case, we're talking about Chrisean right now, it be a human response. It doesn't even have anything to do with, oh, she's breaking the law, she's a fugitive, that's why she got arrested. She made a law, she made a lot of people angry with her playing in their face. She made the judge of probably Oklahoma angry, and any other states that she has warrants in, and she stands before these judges, when they either catch her or when she goes in there to clear it up, and then maybe she doesn't go back, and then she gets another default warrant, on her record alongside with the other ones that she has. These judges got it in for Chrisean. And guess what? I could be wrong. I don't think they're gonna give her no breaks, because they're gonna say you got locked up in a courthouse, going to see about somebody else's legal situation except your own. Only a crash dummy does that. I'm sorry. Both locked up. OMG, can she not get bail? Well, I don't know if she's gonna be able to get bail, but I'm gonna tell you something. That was a setup. They want Chrisean out the picture so bad because they look at her to be just reckless. They don't want her nowhere near Blueface. They just want Jaidyn and Blueface to stroll into the sunset and live happily ever after. They want Jaidyn and Blueface to be a family. They want him to take care of his 2 kids from Jaidyn. They want to act like Junior never exists, which is really sad because he didn't actually be here. They do not want Chrisean in the picture. Somebody set her up. I don't know if it was Carlissa. I don't know if it was Bodine, who said to Do Not, which is a YouTube channel holder, that she was on the first floor and got arrested. He was looking out the window. And the way Bodine has said she got arrested, it was almost like, how do you know? Did you set her up? Did Wack have something to do with it? Did Carlissa have something to do with it? And I peeped that Blueface's father, he got funny too. Almost like they all was in on it. Talking about, I ain't no babysitter. And why you coming out your mouth talking like that when you've been helping Chrisean from day one and riding for Chrisean from day one? Now all of a sudden you want to sit there and act funny. You know what I'm saying? Acting real funny. So I don't feel bad for nobody but Junior. And things happen for a reason, and I'm just so glad that the ears cleared. Maybe she might get bail because a lot of states are not going to have you to your other warrants. Yes, step up now. They can pay the bills. Right. Exactly. Papa Blue did all that for clout. Wow. Yep. And then he was sitting there even disrespecting Carlissa, calling her ugly and stank. And he was disrespecting. His true colors came out too. He acted like he wasn't on nobody's side. When Chrisean got arrested, I really feel like that's when he kind of put his tail between his legs. He was acting like he wasn't on nobody's side. You know what I'm saying? And he only was acting like that when Chrisean was out. Now you gonna be in court by yourself. Little Junior gets taken away by Marsh, and Chrisean Rock's in handcuffs. So now you ain't got your little army that you was standing behind, Mr. Blueface, Big Blueface, the dad. So now he want to sit there and act like he ain't on nobody's side. He on his own side. I ain't no babysitter. Or what? Why are you saying it like that? You was being a grandfather where you was appearing to be a grandfather at one point in time. I don't know what happened, but you sure enough switched it up real quick. To me, you another phony baloney and stuff. But that was the setup. I don't care what nobody say. You might say, what you mean setup? We all knew she had warrants. Some of us didn't know she had warrants. Some of us wanted to believe she didn't have warrants. That's how fanned out some of these people are. Some people fanned out. Like I'm definitely a supporter to Chrisean. But when Chrisean ain't doing right, I'm not supporting that. I'm just not. Because I'm not no fool. I'm not no fool. I don't even support my son when he's doing something that's reckless and foolish. Because if I do, I know that I'm going to have regrets later if he destroys his life. So when he's doing something wrong, he might not want to hear it. There's been times my son that hung up the phone on me. But at least I know that I can sleep knowing that I told him the truth. I told him the right thing to do. Now, whether he does it or not is on him. Because he's 32 years old, and you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Please hit the like button. But Chrisean brought that upon herself. I don't know who she thought she was. I don't know why these fans keep gassing her head up. But you know what? Your fans put a battery in your back, and your fans help you get locked up. Because you thought you had a support system with your fans and your supporters, and they were sitting up there telling you to ignore people like me who kept saying, clear up your legal obligations, clear up your legal obligations. Now they might let her out on her own recordness. They do that sometime, and they'll say, sign this paper, and the paper will basically be that you're gonna agree to going to clear up your warrants in other states. And if you don't within a timely matter, they can rearrest you and then hold you. And then in that case, they might have her. They might give her a chance in California. I don't know. But you ain't gonna get me the line. I just know that eventually she's gonna get arrested. Because I heard people saying, being sarcastic to me, oh, you're saying all this legal obligation and you don't know what you're talking about. And if they really wanted Chrisean, they would have arrested her. Yeah. Well, they really wanted her because now she's arrested. And I put allegedly on my post on my community page, but it's not no allegedly. That is a fact. She's in custody. As of June 10th, 2024, you can see it right there in black and white. She's arrested. I'm not putting allegedly behind it. I put allegedly behind it when I heard it first on Instagram, but I went and did my due diligence. It's not no allegedly coming out of SL Davis's mouth. She is in jail. It says right here custody. And unless Chrisean Rock is that girl where she can get a police department to fake say that she's in custody for a storyline, then you're not going to tell me otherwise. She's in jail. They locked her up. You see it right there. That's the court dockets right there. She's in jail. Now I got an alert out. So if she gets released from custody, they'll call me. So I'll be able to let you know if she gets released. But I don't see that happening. If she does, then like I said, that's because California is not trying to they're not trying to have her. They're telling her you need to go clear up them warrants on your own. That's the only way she's gonna get out. A lot of states don't want to pay. You got to pay to have people. It's not free. They don't just fly you out or put you in a bus and send you on your way. That costs money. It costs a lot of money to have, and that money comes out of taxpayers money. So yeah, states don't like doing that. They want the state that wants you to come get you. And a lot of times states that want you don't want to come get you. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Chrisean, but she's in jail. She asked for it. She got a nerve. I really felt like from the first time she went to court, even that time after the New Year when she was in court with the baby, when we found out that she was back with Blueface, I thought she was really forcing it. Then that first time she went into court when Blueface had to surrender himself and turn himself in, I said she's really forcing it. She's really forcing it. And it doesn't look good to the courts that you are going in worrying about somebody else's legal matters and trying to be a support system to them, but you're not trying to clear up your own stuff. That's just ignorant. Straight ignorant. And that's why I told you I got tired of, just like Jason Lee, because Jason Lee always defends her too, like I always defend Chrisean. But when you get tired of trying to defend someone that's not trying to help themselves, I don't care about people thinking I'm being mean. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And when I'm trying to sit up there and give you sound advice, because I know you be in the bushes listening, just like everybody else, if they're talked about, they listen to what people are saying about them. And I know that you're hearing what I'm saying and you're still doing the opposite of what you should be doing. I can't defend that. I'm not gonna defend that because I'm gonna look like a crash dummy right with you. And I'm not gonna look like a crash dummy with you. You're gonna look like a crash dummy by yourself. And that was a crash dummy move. She knew that it was a matter of time before they was gonna get her in that one of them court sessions. Going to Blueface's course, I knew it was a matter of time. They said that I didn't know when they were gonna come get her. I never told you that. But I told you something's gonna pop off before Blueface gets out of jail. It's a setup. And to be honest with you, Blueface is relieved, in my opinion, because now if she stays in jail, now he don't have to make no decision of who we gonna go back with, because the show is not over. Yeah, he has to go back into court at a later date, but that don't mean that he's still not getting out. Because if Oklahoma, I mean, if what is it? Nevada is not gonna have him from California to back to Nevada, then they're gonna release him after he serves his time in California. California is not having Blueface in Nevada. That's what the issue was with Chrisean Rock. But Chrisean Rock was taking advantage of it. She was overkilling it. She was doing it too much, appearing in these places and courthouses, places that you shouldn't be, around police. It was a matter of time before they're like, you're gonna start playing in our face. Hey, April, well, how you doing, sweetie? you're gonna stop playing in our face, little girl. You're gonna stop playing in our face. So yeah, she probably will get a bail though. She'll probably get out. Because I don't think unless Oklahoma told California to arrest her, and then once they get her in custody, they're gonna come and have somebody come get her. That's probably maybe that's when you won't see her. If Oklahoma called California court and they said, "Listen, if take her in, if you see her, arrest her." If they sent a little birdie to California, then but see, the agreement wouldn't be for Oklahoma to ask California to arrest Chrisean Rock. It would be an agreement to, if we arrest her, you're coming to get her, because we're not going to hold her after, if there's a bill that's set and she meets that bill. If we ain't got nothing else to hold her on in the state of California, we're not going to have her to you and pay money to have her to you, your state. You guys got to make a way for her to get to you. You're going to have somebody come in and have her. Simple as that. Yep, Chrisean got locked up. It's right there, the record right there. Everybody's saying allegedly. Ain't no allegedly. She got locked up. She's in custody. It says it right there. She's in custody. She's only way, I'm telling you. Now, if Oklahoma, let's pray that it wasn't Oklahoma that called California. Because if Oklahoma called and said, if you see Chrisean, arrest her, she ain't getting out. Now, if that wasn't the case and somebody set her up like Carlissa, Bodine, Wack 100, whoever, who knows, Blueface's father, I don't trust him at that point either, because I don't like the energy he was giving off at that courthouse. He was acting like he was flip-flopping. But whoever set her up, whether it was the courts of Oklahoma or Baltimore, whatever state that she has a warrant in, whoever set her up, and I'm saying this out of my mouth, if it was Oklahoma, she ain't getting out, because they're going to have her to Oklahoma, because Oklahoma is going to pay for her to get haved. But if it was Carlissa or any of the, like Bodine or Wack 100, she'll probably get out, because California is not going to have her to Oklahoma. So, but, now she needs, she could have been making money. If you're going to be taking a risk like that, go ahead and not listen to Blueface then, and go get in these clubs like Jaidyn's doing, pop bottles and bring home bags. Bring home a bag like 5 days out the week. Make 100,000, 150,000 a week just in sitting in a club popping bottles. Or even if you don't want to drink, just sitting there bobbing and weaving to the music. Bobbing your head to the music, having a good time. Drink some water, ice water. Go to concerts and play your hit singles like Jaidyn was doing with her Barbie song. Get money. If you're gonna take that risk of being in the public, don't be in the public on some crash dummy stuff, going into a courthouse because your baby daddy's in court. But you got like 4 or 5 warrants over your head and you're a fugitive. What fugitive goes into a courthouse? That's like a bank robber stealing money and giving the money bag back, and giving their identity up of who he is, and saying he stole the money. That is crash dummy. I could be Blueface. He ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. She ain't either, probably. And like I said, especially if Oklahoma called and said arrest her on spot, and because we're gonna have her back to Oklahoma. If they called and put in that call, you're not gonna see Chrisean. Now, if one of her haters got arrested, then you'll probably see it. They'll probably set a bill for her. Somebody told he didn't even take the baby. Exactly. If they did tell, because they probably got money for tell. Yep. Dude, Corey on X been clocking her every move. She's not getting out. A dummy, exactly. She went one time and got comfortable. But see, it starts with also with her fans, her super fans, and her supporters. People be putting batteries in her back. And see, them same people that put batteries in her back, they got an adrenaline rush for for knowing and hearing that she got arrested. Now the adrenaline rush is over with. Now they're like, what's next? Who else can I see have a downfall? Because it ain't gonna be Chrisean Rock anytime soon. And like I said, she might get out. I don't know. But if she gets out, that'll definitely tell you the story that somebody set her up. Somebody in the circle. When I say circle, even if they're her haters like Carlissa, Jaidyn, Alexis, Papa Blue, Wack 100, Bodine, there's still the circle. There's still the circus. So one of the people in the circus set her up. We're gonna know that it was a setup from one of the people in the circus if she gets a bail. If she doesn't get a bill, that's because Oklahoma probably called California and said, if you see Chrisean Rock, arrest her, do not release her, and we will have her back to Oklahoma. So if we hear about her going back to Oklahoma, Oklahoma has something to do with why she got arrested. And it wasn't nobody set her up. Only one set her up was the courts. whatever state wanted her. Those are the people that, you know what I'm saying? The law set her up. But I honestly think it wasn't the law that set her up. I don't think it was the states that she got warrants in that set her up. I think it was one of the haters. Carlissa, Bodine, Wack 100. It could have been Jaidyn. I don't know who it was. But if you peep the scene out, it looked like they was waiting for something to happen that day. I just got that vibe. Like they was all knowing that she was going to get arrested that day in that courthouse today. Well, better now than later it was going to happen. But see, we say better now than later, but if she would have cleared that up right when Blueface went to jail, or before he went to jail, she wouldn't be looking at doing no couple of year sentence. They're not trying to reinstate her probation. She owes like 3 years in Oklahoma. The judge wants her to do the 3 years. They're not trying to reinstate her probation. She went above and beyond the violation of the probation. Now, like Blueface, he violated his probation. He went above and beyond. But when they told him to surrender himself and they gave him a date and time, he was there to do his sentence. He's not a fugitive. He didn't run. Why you think I was a setup? Why do you think it was a setup? She been bragging about going to these hearings. Is awful lie. You know why I think it was? Because they ain't been arresting her. Police been seeing her at football appearances. You know what I'm saying? They've been to a house. They were there when the robbery happened. They took a report. They had to take her name, right? So when they look you up, because when cops come to your house, they do that. They look you up in the system or whatever, and they see you got a warrant, they'll take you in. So yeah, your house could have got robbed. If my house got robbed, and I'm making a report, if the cop just happens to put my name in the system, or when the dispatch, I'm telling you, there's ways that they'll look you up on site and you can get arrested. You can be getting your house robbed, like how Chrisean's house was robbed. They look up your name, they see you got a warrant, they take you in. She was dodging a bullet. It was a matter of time before she was going to get taken in. Matter of time. She was playing Russian roulette. She was playing. I'm Chrisean. Yeah, okay, you Chrisean. Okay, Chrisean. You better go sit down somewhere, Chrisean. Let's be real. Chrisean doesn't listen. She set herself up. We can't blame anyone but her. Yep, you're right. You're right. Because even if she did get set up, she is really still her fault for allowing somebody to set her up. She already knows she got frenemies. You're right, SO. But if they didn't get her now, she would have kept running. It's a problem. Yep, because she didn't care. And you know what's so sad? You spent all your freedom 6 months or 7 months that Blueface has been in jail. You spent all your freedom locked in and not making no money. Now you might not be making money for years. You might have to use the money that you got just to be putting on Canteen. Now, if you got a few $1,000,000, they ain't gonna break your pockets, for 3 years. If say you have to do 3 years, I'm just saying, in my opinion, you got more than enough for Canteen. But I'm just saying, you're gonna be spending money now on yourself for Canteen to take care of yourself while you're in jail. You spent 6 to 7 months where you wasn't having a good time living your life at the age of 24 years old for a man. And now you might be facing 3 years because the judge ain't trying to reinstate your probation. 3 years. You did all of this waiting up, and I kept telling you, she did all of this and then watch something happen right before. I said, and she's trying to wait for Blueface to get out before she does anything about her legal obligations. I said if she's lucky, she's trying to wait for Blueface to get out so he can help her with her legal obligations. But she didn't make it. It was just a matter of time before they caught up with her. Remember I said to y'all, I said, get the wrong police on a bad day, they're gonna lock up. Them other ones was giving her passes. She got the wrong popo. She got the wrong popo on the wrong day. Like I said, I've been said it. Y'all know I said it. And they're gonna lock up. If Blue is getting released, they knew she was coming for it. Exactly. That's why I said it was a setup. And she fell right into the trap. Because she's Chrisean. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Chrisean, she's talented. She's also, I respect her because she be herself, which is Chrisean. She don't care if you think she's ratchet, whatever. She's still Chrisean. But Chrisean is not the brightest bulb on the tree. I'm sorry. She's not. I'm not trying to say she's not smart, but she has not been making wise decisions lately, and she's acting like the weakest link. His next court date is July 29th, so he is not getting out July 3rd. Well, what's his name? Wack 100. He's the one that changed the date from July 7th to almost the end of the month. They pushed it back, so he was getting out the end of July anyways. But I knew that he had a court date on July 10th. I couldn't remember. I said July 10th. I knew he had a court date. Oh God, on June 10th. But I couldn't remember exactly what day it was. And then somebody was like, "Yeah, you're right. It's June 10th." But I knew he's supposed to get out on July 3rd. But Wack 100, and I'm trying to find that video. When he had said he was getting out, it was pushed up to almost the end of the month. So yeah. He's supposed to be getting out at the end of July now anyway. So when he goes back to court July 29th, he'll probably get out then. And the reason why they're probably taking him into court is because they're probably trying to see what Nevada's trying to do. Nevada might be trying to tell California to hold him. I don't know. She brought this in our stuff now. Do not SL look up his live. He's messy. I already know. I know him. He used to be in the same sector I used to do commentary on Jaguar Wright. Yep. When I used to do commentary on Jaguar Wright, he was in that sector. And he was messy, makes up lies. He also did some Nature Boy commentary too. So he was doing some of the Nature Boy commentary towards the end. And some Queen Op stuff too. But we were all mainly going in hard with the Jaguar Wright content. And he was in that sector. Yeah, I know he's messy. He's very messy. He's like a female, if you ask me. He's a worst kind of sweet bone, little sugar in the tank type of dude you want to have as a friend. Yeah. Hey, Pauline. It says Carlissa has just said on her live, Marsh got the baby. Yeah, I know. I've been knew that. That's what I was saying, because somebody has said that the father had the baby. I just ignored what they said because no, the father don't have the baby. Marsh came and got the baby. Matter of fact, Marsh had on some gray sweatpants. She's so skinny. She had on some gray sweatpants, and it was a girl with crutches that was in the courthouse with her, that was with her when she came and got the baby. The baby was in a carriage. Marsh came and got the baby, not no Blueface's father. Blueface's father wouldn't take the baby. He said I'm not no babysitter. I was talking about that when I first got on live. That Blueface's father switched up. I don't like the way he switched up. Now all of a sudden you ain't a babysitter. Now you ain't no grandfather now. All of a sudden, but you was doing grandfather duties when Chrisean was out. That's probably because Chrisean was probably putting money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Supporting you, looking out for you looking out for you when you was broke, giving you money to buy liquor and whatever else you do. Now all of a sudden she goes to jail and you trying to like say the heck with her like everybody else. Because that's all everybody did in the courtroom. Everyone that didn't like her, they was all like, who cares about her getting locked up? It ain't my problem. It ain't me getting locked up. That's how I felt like Blueface's father was acting real funny. The boy was dropped the phone at the Chrisean game. Doing the most. I already said that. He was doing the most with that chick blogger that that came there that she's real close with, and is supposed to be her supporter, and talks with her offline. That blogger, the tea, what's a hot tea, hot chocolate. Yeah, I know. I seen it. And Chrisean ran over and picked the phone up and gave it to him. And then she went and played her game. I seen that. He was like, Jaidyn, you want. I know I seen it. Girl, I seen it. Girl, you know I seen it. Nessie, you know I seen it. You know I seen everything that popped off with that situation with Chrisean. Because I'm the one that told y'all that it's a matter of time before she gets the wrong cop on the wrong day and get a cop that woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you going to jail. I told y'all already. I said I'm not wishing it on her, but that luck gonna run out, and it did. I'm the one that told y'all, so I'm not surprised. I ain't surprised at all because I knew it was gonna happen. I wasn't like, oh shoot. I wasn't. It was no type of human reaction. Like I was shocked that it happened because I knew it was gonna happen. I'm the one that told you guys that. And everybody was thinking, well, you shouldn't. No, I'm telling you the harsh reality. Period. I don't care if you like it or not. I told you it was gonna happen, so I'm not surprised. Wasn't surprised at all. All I did was look at the little footage of what people were recording in the courtroom. Outside the courtroom. All I did was look at the little recordings that people were recording from different, channels on IG. And I just looked at what was going on. That's it. I wasn't shocked and, oh man, Chrisean's locked up. Like, I can't believe it. I knew it was going to happen. There was nothing for me to act like I was devastated over because I knew it was going to happen. She was trying her luck and it ran out. Carlissa told the father, don't let no stranger hold the baby. Papa Blue was trying to walk off. He was acting funny. He got real funny. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. When the fallout just happened, I felt something wasn't coming. Hey, Kansas 66. Hey, sweetie. Angela said, see what happens when you live in a fantasy land. The only one who loses is Junior. Yep. Living in a fantasy land. In denial. Talking about ain't no such thing as jail talk. Girl, that jail talk thing got you locked up. Please. And when Blueface do get, because Blueface will probably get out before her. The only one on that baby's birth certificate is Chrisean. CPS will end up with the baby. Her super fans been wanting to get help for Junior. Yeah. Well, it's too late now. And if she wasn't high vet, how are you, sweetie? And if she wasn't having no plans to turn herself in, the least thing she should have did just in case was to have somebody to take custody or guardianship over Junior if she did get locked up. She was so busy doing nothing with her time. If that was the case, if Blueface wouldn't let you go outside, You could have been doing what you were doing at towards the end, doing your Snapchat where you getting paid off of doing your little short little clips and getting all this money a month doing that. And you could have been on live with your fans talking and keeping yourself busy and staying away from the courts. Anywhere that you could have ended up eventually getting locked up like you did. She did nothing with them 6 or 7 months that he been locked up. All Chrisean did was just friggin' just blow off all responsibilities and money. Now she ain't gonna be able to make no money, and she gonna be exactly where she didn't want to be, in jail, isolated. You don't know who is on his stuff. She was too busy chasing a man and not taking care of her stuff, or her baby. Yep. Hey, Callie chillin'. Hey, SL, they're the ones who did it. Called the police for Junior. Yep. And it could have been one of her fans or her supporters, fake supporters. Marsh was supposed. That's what Carlissa says. She must wanted Marsh to take him because they had to contact her. So you're saying Carlissa was the one that contacted Marsh? That's crazy. That's crazy. And Jaidyn, man, and that's well, I guess Jaidyn got a one up on her on that tip. She ain't got to worry about. She don't have to worry about pesky Chrisean Rock. I don't know. She might get bailed out. So hey, we'll know. I'll check. I might go live a little bit later because sometime when I can't sleep, I sometime once in a while I'll get on live. I don't schedule it. It could be like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, who knows? And I'll let you. I'll check it in a few hours, and I probably will go live if I don't sleep through the night. If I sleep through the night, maybe early morning when I get up, because I usually get up between 5 and 6. Maybe I'll do a live, just a random live, and I'll just update you guys if she's out of custody. I don't know, but I ain't surprised at all what happened to that girl. She needs to do something with herself. It just doesn't make any sense that she just let that dude do that to her, rock her to sleep like that. She fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and it's sad. Yep, he rocked her to sleep. He rocked her to sleep, and it's really sad. He's not gonna have any good days for it. But at the same time, I can't feel bad for her. She started draining my energy. I got tired of trying to take up for her, and using that. She's been through a lot in her life. She has been through a lot in her life, but that doesn't give her no pass to just be irresponsible. You have a child that you have to live for. If you don't want to live for you, you need to live for yourself. Because of Junior. And I don't feel as though she was living for Junior at all. She was being selfish. She was living for Blueface. I don't really feel like he was even part of the equation. Junior wasn't. I don't think that she was thinking about Junior at all. I think she was being very selfish. So that's what happens when you're selfish. So I don't feel bad for her. Hopefully that'll wake her up, and she'll smell the coffee. A lot of people might be pissed at me saying, "Wow, yep." That's how I feel about the whole situation. I don't. She was starting to really drain my energy. I don't have to know her to be genuinely concerned about somebody. And I really started to she started really putting a bad taste in my mouth when I started seeing her do like really irresponsible stuff for Blueface. I understand you love him, and I mean you're sitting up there like riding for this dude that started the meme that your kid, both of y'all's child is Charles Barkley. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Papa Blue called Marsh his Junior's godmother. Chrisean had an emergency plan. Chrisean ain't had no emergency plan because Chrisean didn't plan to get locked up today. She didn't have no emergency plan. Because if she had an emergency plan, she wouldn't have went to court. That should have been the emergency plan. Don't go to court, because every time I go, there's chances are, because I'm in a courthouse, that I might get arrested. Don't go to the courthouse. I know I want to see my baby daddy, my daddy, but I might get arrested. I can't go. That's like trying to go see somebody at a jail visit and you got warrants, and you don't think they won't take you into California jail with a warrant. Come on now. You stay away from those kind of places. You stay away from courthouses and police stations and jail visits and all that other stuff. You don't be around that kind of stuff when you got warrants. I don't care who you think you are. Everyone has a sad story, but you got to keep going and not make any excuses. You're a grown woman. Right. Will Blueface pay her bills now? Yeah, right. Shush, please. I know Chrisean is sick. Yeah. Nothing but prayers for Junior. That's right. That's all we need to pray for. Put some praying hands into the chat for Junior. Let's do this. For Junior, not for Chrisean Rock. Chrisean keeps playing Russian roulette with her life. I don't feel bad for her. Her head is swole. Her head is big. I mean, even heard a few times. It really just gave me like the chills. Or you know, it's sometimes depressing being famous. To be a celebrity, girl, you are not no A-list celebrity. Stop it. Talking about she got all this money. Well, I hope that money gets you out of that trouble. Like I said, if California arrested her because somebody called on her, they'll probably give her a bill, because California is not taking their money, state money, to have her to no other state. They're not doing that. They'll go broke if they was to do that. You know how many people got warrants in other states, but they also have warrants maybe in the state of California or any state. A state would literally go broke if they haved everyone that got legal obligations in other states, if they just haved them to those states and never left it up to the state that they wanted in to pay for them to get haved. They would be broke. That costs a lot of money to do that. I'm not being insensitive, but what did she expect? I'm not being insensitive either, but I'm getting tired of Chrisean and the decisions that she's been making lately. She knew about her warrants, and what really makes me mad is, why didn't she make arrangements for Junior? And right, exactly. I think Chrisean set herself up. Everybody knows Chrisean will do anything for. Yep, you right about that. So I agree. Chrisean has zero mother instincts. Nope, she sure doesn't. She shouldn't talking about that. The zero instincts, motherly instinct. Who in the right mind knows that your house is being watched, so because they're really trying to get to Chrisean so they can rob her for jewelry and money? Why would you keep your son and yourself in that house after that was a robbery happened? Or was there a robbery? I believe that there was one. But why would you keep that little boy in that house, knowing they don't want Junior? But why would you keep that little boy in that house, knowing that them people were trying to come rob you? They know Blueface's father's broke. It's been said she's been charged with assault with a deadly weapon. It's a felony fugitive warrant. Oh. So you think that's what the James, what's his last name? California don't play. Chrisean tells that those was Blue's drugs. Mm. It depends on the situation. If you have a serious, if you have, they're taking, we're paying for the tax. If it was a serial killer or something like that, or maybe like a serial pedo, you know what I'm saying, person or something, I don't know. It got to be really serious for them to have you and not really care if the other state's paying for it. They have you to that state so you can clear your warrants up. You got to be like a really, it got to be some high charges for them to do that. Would Oklahoma arrange arrests or is the solely? That's what I was saying. Ms. Nee, I was saying that Oklahoma could have got in contact with California and basically said that when you get her in custody, if you arrest her in California, to keep her in custody, and we'll pay for her to behave to us. If Oklahoma was the one that called and that's how she got arrested, Chrisean's not getting out. But if somebody called like a hater, like Carlissa, like someone that don't like her or a fan, well, not a like well a perpetrating fan or a straight hater, someone that don't like her that watches her on social media, viewers. If somebody knew she was going to that court date today, Bodine, Wack 100, I don't know. If they call, she probably will get out. But if Oklahoma called, they're calling, and the only way that California is going to get in the middle of trying to arrest Chrisean Rock for Oklahoma is if they're agreeing to pay to get her to their state, because California is not paying for it. Oklahoma could never call another state and say, "Can you arrest Chrisean Rock and also pay to have her with y'all state money to bring it to us?" No state's gonna do that. You have to do it. You have to pay from your state to get her have to your state. They're not paying to get her to no Oklahoma. Oklahoma has to pay to get her to Oklahoma. I think my question was just answered. It was? Okay. Carlissa was not playing about Junior. But hadn't she been going to court before this happened? Yeah, she was. But I told you, right, Sharon, she was. But I just said to you, she keep going into them courts. But it's a matter of time before they lock her up. I said, and she might get locked up before Blueface comes out. Or Blueface come out and call himself being supportive to her. He take her into court, but ain't no guarantees that he'll be walking out with her. Blueface will walk out of the court, and Junior, he'll be walking out with Junior, carrying Junior, but there ain't no guarantee that Chrisean gonna be walking out. I told you it was a matter of time. It was a matter of time. She was better off doing club appearances or concert appearances where she was playing her hit singles and walking off with a bag. At least you making some money, but you doing crash dummy stuff, trying to be supportive, trying to just because Jaidyn going to the courthouse to be supportive because he asked her to be there. You got to be there. Jaidyn ain't got no warrants. You trying to one up Jaidyn. Yeah, you one up Jaidyn, all right. You won yourself into the cell, into some handcuffs. Jaidyn don't got no warrants. Trying to break her neck to let Jaidyn know that I'm here. Yeah, you sure enough, you not only flagged Jaidyn down that you was at the courthouse today, you flagged the police down and they arrested you. She got so many different people clocking her every move. Yeah, right. But she going in courthouses. Yeah, okay. Trying to, and you know them. When I'm gonna tell you something. Especially when she gets to Oklahoma, because that's the most time she really owes is in Oklahoma. Hunty, mark my words. When you get into Oklahoma and they find out, say Oklahoma didn't call California and somebody else called, like an individual, but when Oklahoma finds out she got arrested in the courthouse, oh, they gonna smoke her. They gonna smoke her. They're gonna be like, you mean to tell me you could go see about somebody else's legal obligations, but you can't go clear your own up, oh, she gonna be in some trouble. Oklahoma ain't nothing but rednecks, country bumpkins. That state ain't nothing to be played with. A warrant is a warrant. If you have a warrant, they're taking you into custody. They're not going to let you go. That's not true. If you have a default warrant, you can't get out until you see the judge. If it's a default warrant, you can't get out. You all warrants are not the same. You can have a warrant, get arrested, and get bailed out, and then they'll tell you to come back to court the next day. Or some states, they'll tell you a date to come back for court. Some states don't have court the next day for when you get arrested. Some courts, some states will give you a date when to come back for court. Like in Boston, Massachusetts, if well, I'm not using myself as no example, because I don't get arrested no more. I'm too old to get arrested. But I'm just saying, even it ain't even got nothing to do with being old. It ain't a good look. And I got tired of being stuck on stupid. I stopped doing stupid stuff so I could stay out of trouble. Simple as that. Too old for it. So, anyways, in Boston, if you get arrested on a warrant, like when I had warrants, they were default warrants. That means you're not getting out. There's no bail at all. You have to go in front of the judge, and then you got to clear it up that way. And they can decide if they're going to let you go or set up a bail. Hey, Miss Bug, how you doing, sweetie? They wait on that fugitive. TMZ said she is going to. Okay. Miss Bug, thank you, sweetie. So that means Oklahoma must have called. Oklahoma is the only way she's going to Oklahoma if Oklahoma's paying for it. So if she's going to Oklahoma, like Miss Bug just said, Oklahoma is paying for her to behave to Oklahoma. It's a wrap. You ain't gonna see it. Matter of fact, let me look this up. I know Miss Bug is A1. So I know she ain't lying. But if Oklahoma is TMZ says she's going to Oklahoma, she's not getting out. If TMZ said that, she's not getting out. So my question was already answered then. I said if somebody called, if an individual called, she'll probably get bail once she sees the judge, and she would get out. But if TMZ is saying that Oklahoma said she if they're saying that TMZ she's going to Oklahoma, she's not getting out. You're not gonna see her. And Blueface ain't gonna see it either. So if he gets out next month, he's not gonna see Chrisean. The only way she gets out of jail is if her lawyers, and they couldn't do it when they went in on her own recognizance, she paid a legal attorney to go in, because you can pay a lawyer to go in, so you don't have to go into your court appearances. You pay your legal attorney to go in. They wasn't even trying to hear the deal that the legal attorney was trying to make for Chrisean Rock, the DA or the judge. So I don't know. Maybe she might get a different judge. Maybe she gets a different judge. They might spare her, put some leniency on her. Sometimes lawyers will try to book schedule a certain time for her to come into court when the judge that's trying to lock her up to make her do the 3 years ain't on the bench, and try to put her in front of another judge, because there's some judges in all states that are nice judge and they're lenient, and they'll try to put her in front of one of them lenient judges, and then that judge will make the call whether or not she's going to do a sentence. Or if she does a sentence, maybe it won't be no whole 3 years. It might be a couple of months. It might be half of the 3 years, maybe a year and a half sentence, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. But she's in trouble. She was arrested for the incident between her and Jane. Okay, so that was confirmed too, because when I heard the assault with a deadly weapon, which they were saying it was her rings, they were like almost like brass knuckles, because you know how big they are. Picked it up against her. That is what she is being charged with. She can get bail unless wait a minute. She can get bail unless Oklahoma puts extension. Well, if TMZ Stacy is saying that Oklahoma, she's going to Oklahoma, she's not getting a bail. She's not getting a bail. That Oklahoma's saying hold her because they're gonna pay for them to expedite her to Oklahoma. So she's not gonna get a bail. If I have to look it up though. It was a warrant for her arrest. I believe she. Listen, let's hope for the best. But if Oklahoma is in the conversation, she's not getting out. And if she gets out, she'll get out after she takes care of her legal obligations in Oklahoma. And maybe they'll reinstate her probation. I don't know. She better come up with a real good spill. Papa Blue, maybe she got like legal hospital documentation. She's got to be with her child because of maybe stuff he got going on with him. You know, if there's any truth to what people are saying around social media, you know what I'm saying? If there's any truth to that, that might get her out. She might have to use that to her advantage if that's even in fact true what people are saying about that there's delays with Junior, like because of what she was doing when she was pregnant with him. If there's any truth to that, that might help her if she has legal documentation. By her taking the baby to the pediatrician, she might be able to get some leniency because of that. I don't know. I mean, there's ways around things too, but I don't know. She just, to me, made it worse for herself. Papa Blue laughing did not care, and Carlissa was on him. He's about a doll. I don't think I don't think so either. That's what I was saying. You didn't come in the room, Nessie, when I first got on live, but I was saying the same thing you're saying. He flip flopped. He acted real shady when Chrisean got arrested and Lil Junior was taken by Marsh. He didn't have his little posse with him. Junior and Chrisean were the only people that ride it with Papa Blue. Now Papa Blue is acting like he's betraying. Soon as she got locked up, he acting like he ain't on nobody's side. Like the heck with everybody. It was just a matter of time, right? SL, they got their airline and paperwork to get. You already know, Miss Bug, but you can't tell these people because sometimes these people be more hard-headed than Chrisean Rock. And that I'm trying to tell you, Chrisean Rock better stop listening to these little strangers. These people be putting a battery in her back. That's why she locked up now, walking around here like she's Superwoman. Like she got some type of kryptonite. Good. Shoot. They R. Kelly. They blocked Bill Cosby up. R. Kelly up. Shoot. And all the rest of them rich folks up. I don't know why you don't think you can get locked up. You better sit down somewhere. Yes, she should have absolutely kept working. Yep. She should have kept herself working. That's what I said. You've been locked up aboard for 6 or 7 months. You go out one time and then then get dragged on the internet for a couple of days. And now you're locked up for real. Ain't did nothing with them 6 months, but support a man that drags you through the mud. We just checked it out on another channel and they found it and show us it on their website. Show what, Stacy, on their website? What are you talking about? I showed when I got online that she's in custody and she got arrested. When I first came on here, I said it ain't no allegedly either. She's in custody. She got arrested on June 10th, 2024 at 2, whatever time it was, Pacific time. I even showed when she exactly got arrested, when they booked her. I looked that up. She's in custody. They probably had her ticket, yep, in their pocket. You already know. Good afternoon, Genty. Yep, she's locked up, Genty. They got her in the courthouse. They sure did. 30 days she's going to have to do in Oklahoma for her community service. Well, that's good. So she's doing good then. They're saying warrant. Well, she has warrants, but I guess Oklahoma was the only one. If y'all remember, the only one I was concerned about was Oklahoma, because they were allegedly saying that